our second special right triangle here, the 30, 60, 90 triangle. If one angle is 30, the other one's 90, you just think to yourself, what's that number plus 30 that makes 90? It must be 60, so we've got a 60-degree angle in there. What's our pattern? 30, 60, 90. This time a little different. Across from the 30 is your x. Across from your 60 is x root 3. And across from 90 is 2x. The easy problem is when you see opposite from the 30. So that means you got a 4 is in place of your x. That means across from the 60, or opposite from the 60-degree angle, is 4 root 3. And across from your 90-degree angle is 2 times 4, also known as 8. So how do we put these back in the triangle here? Across from my 60-degree angle, y, side y here, is 4 root 3. We tell it right there, 4 root 3. And across from the 90-degree angle, a lot of arrows going here, is twice, that's 4, so that's an 8. So for this problem, y would be equal to 4 root 3, and x would be equal to 8. This x and y are different from this little pattern. This pattern is just to help us see what's across from everything. But these are the sides in the triangle. I like to write them right on their triangle so you know what they are. Let's do another one here. 30, 60, 90. 30, 60, 90. X, x root 3, and 2x. This time my given number here is across from the 90-degree angle, that 14. That means the 14 goes right here. So you just have to do a little mental math in your head. If 2 times a number is 14, then that number is 7. And if x is 7, then I can go right here, 7 root 3. So how do we put these back together? Across from the 30, or opposite from the 30, that's my 7. There's your 7. Across from the 60-degree angle, which we would have to add in, we'd have to know if this was 30, that makes this 60 degrees for sure. Opposite from that is our 7 root 3. Back to that, make sure everybody can see it there. Medium problems, a little bit tougher. We start the same way. 30, 60, 90. X, x root 3, and 2x. Where does this 2 root 3 go? It is opposite from the 60-degree angle, so you're telling me 2 root 3 goes right there. And look at that. Look how my x matches with 2. X is 2, that's 2. And twice that number is 4. So opposite from the 90, that's my 4, that's right there. That's my x in my triangle here. And opposite from the 30, that's my 30-degree angle. Opposite from that is my 2. So x is equal to 4, and y is equal to 2. Let's do it again. 30, 60, 90. X root 3, and 2x. And this time, if I look carefully at this problem, this is the 60-degree angle. So opposite from that is my 7 root 3 over 2. How does that fit in there? Let's see. 7 root 3 over 2. So what on earth is x? Can you tell? Well, if this root 3 matches right there, then x, much matched with this fraction, 7 over 2. X is 7 over 2. Twice that number, twice 7 over 2. If you take 7 over 2 times 2, that's 14 over 2, also known as the number 7, right? Think about what this means. 7 over 2 is just 3.5. 3.5 plus 3.5, that's 7. Twice 3.5, that's 7. So, across from our 90, that's letter A in this triangle, that's 7. Across from here, 7 over 2. You could put 3.5, but we like fractions when we do more advanced type of math. Instead of 3.5's decimals, we would like something like 7 over 2. The hard problem, 30, 60, 90, x root 3, and then 2x. Where does the 10 go? It goes opposite from the 60-degree angle, so that's the 10. I don't have any square root of 3. I can't match anything, so we have to go over here and write ourselves an equation. X root 3 is equal to 10. If I wanted to solve this for x, I'd have to divide by the square root of 3. Then we get this very strange number, 10 over root 3, that we must rationalize, multiply top and bottom by the square root of 3. So we get this number. We get 10 root 3 over 3. If you're not, that is your x. So that goes right there. So x is equal to 10 root 3 over 3. Where would it go in the triangle? In this case, it would go across from the 30. That would be our letter V. In this case, it would be right here. I don't have space, I would write it on my triangle. But then what goes across my 90? I have to double this number. How do we do that? We have to double 2 times 10 root 3 over 3. People will ask, well, what are you supposed to multiply here? Am I supposed to multiply the 3, this 3, that 10? Really, we're multiplying this 2 times the number 10. It's going to be, just double that 10. It's going to be 20 root 3 over 3. That would go right here across from your 90-degree angle. So x, 10 root 3 over 3, that's across from the 30-degree angle. 2x across from the 90-degree angle. 20 root 3 over 3. Tougher. Let's do it again. 30, 60, 90, x root 3, and 2x. Across from the 60-degree angle is a 9. So we have to write our equation. X root 3 is equal to 9. We want to isolate x, so we divide by the square root of 3. And then we have to rationalize square root of 3. So we get 9 root 3 over 3. This is a slightly nicer number to work with because we can, of course, divide 9 divided by 3. That gives me my number 3 root 3. And that is our x. X equals 3 root 3. To double it, I just double 2 times 3 root 3 is 6 root 3. I don't double that square root number because, of course, when you go times 2, that's not a square root of 2, it's just a 2, so you multiply by that number out front. So we have 9 across the 90, 6 root 3. Right here for my letter y is 3 root 3.